Welcome to PPC Cement's tutorial on how to plaster an interior wall. Most DIY enthusiasts should have no trouble at all with this simple process once you get the hang of it. So, let's get started. The materials you will need include PPC's SureBuild cement, plaster sand, and clean water. The tools required are a wheelbarrow, a shovel, steel trowel, plaster hawk, a straight edge, a block brush or spray bottle, wood float, a builder's bucket, and a spirit level. To mix your plaster, you will need to start by first of all removing any lumps, stones, or foreign objects from the sand. Make sure you mix on a clean, hard surface or in a wheelbarrow for smaller quantities. Mix 1 part cement and 6 parts sand together until uniform in color. Create a hollow in the center and while adding clean water, mix the plaster until the consistence of a thick paste is achieved. Then, to plaster the wall itself, you will need to make sure that the plaster is just wet enough to be spread easily with the trowel, like margarine onto toast. Remember that you do not need to pre-wet cement bricks before applying plaster. Place some of the mix onto the plaster hawk and scoop some of it onto the steel trowel. Either throw it onto the wall or apply it to the wall using an upward motion with some pressure. Plaster small areas at a time, but try to do an entire wall without joints. Once the plaster starts to stiffen, pull a straight edge across the plaster with a sawing motion to result in a flat surface with a rough texture. Apply water with a block brush or spray bottle while using a wood float to compact, producing an even surface. For a smoother surface finish, use a steel trowel held in a flat position to generate a fine paste which can be smoothed with the trowel held in a slightly raised position. Prevent evaporation of water from the surface by applying a fine spray of water as often and for as long as possible. Your wall will be ready to paint in a few days. It is really as simple as that. Your application technique, coupled with accurate mix ratios, are the two most important things to master when plastering an interior wall. And finally, don't forget to always wear protective clothing while working with cement.